Hey, what's up everybody? Eternal Fire here. Today I'm going to be making a video on how I set up ElvUI for my interface. A lot of people have asked me what I use for add-ons to track my timers and cooldowns, and it's all built into ElvUI. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below on where to download ElvUI if you'd like to. It downloads the whole pack. And so with that said, let's get started. First, ElvUI, when you install it and put it in your add-ons folder, and then you log into the game, this is the screen you're going to find. You're going to see the installation. We're just going to exit out of that. You're going to see everything is kind of overlapping and, messy. So I'm going to show you how to clean it up and show you, how I set up ElvUI to make it look like I do in my class guides. So first, we're going to hit escape. We're going to go to the ElvUI tab below add-ons, and then you're going to see a whole bunch of bars here, and then toggle anchors. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix the action bars. So first you have, when you go to the action bars, you're going to bring that up. You have a bunch of different things. You have bar 1 and it's buttons 12, buttons per row 12. That's what we want. Okay, so we're going to go to bar 3, 12, and 12. We're going to go to bar 4, which is the one on the right. We don't want that, so we're just going to disable it. Bar 5, we want that, but we're going to make it 12 and 12. And then at that point, we're going to go to this tab here and hit toggle anchors. Now in this is where you can pretty much customize whatever you want. You can grab whatever you want and move it to where you want it to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my my action bars here, and I'm going to stack them on top of each other. Now you can move them around, and if something's not lined up like you want it to, you can go to this little nudge bar here, and you can just move it exactly where you want it to. So once we get our bars set up, you just move them to where you want them. You make them as big or small as you want, and there you go. You have your add-ons, or your action bars. But now we're going to move the health plate. So we're going to go to toggle anchors. We're going to go here, let's say 275 and 250. Okay, so we're going to go to the target plate now, and this is what makes it look good and clean. 275 and 250. We're going to grab the target of target, and I'm just going to pop it right under here. And then if you have a pet frame or pet bar, you can, put it wherever you like, wherever you prefer. So basically what we have now, when you select target of target, it's nice and even. You know it is because you see the coordinates on your toggle anchors. You have your action bars the way you want them. You have your frames the way you want them. And then another thing regarding frames is you have your party and raid bars here, and you can just move that wherever you like to on the screen, depending on the player I'm playing. If I'm tanking or DPS, I typically just have it over here on the side. If I'm doing healing, I'll typically put it like somewhere over here or whatever. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the right chat bar. So most people don't want that there. I don't want that there, but I do want to be able to see my frames per second, my latency, the time it is, it's 5:37 a.m., and the amount of gold I have. So if you want to just have your clock set up right there, because that's where it is on ElvUI, but you don't want this big black chat box here. You'd rather put your, SCADA or recount. You can go to ElvUI. We're going to click chat. Go to panels, and then you're going to see panel backdrop, show both, and we're going to do left only. So at that point, you just have the bottom bar. Now, if you want to get rid of the bottom bar, all you have to do is click this arrow right here in the very bottom right of the screen. Click that arrow, and it goes away. Now, if you want to bring it back up, you just hover your mouse over, and you can bring it back by clicking. So we're going to get rid of that for right now. You can do the same thing over here with your chat bar. And if you notice, the XP bar is here now, the artifact bar will be there, and the honor bar as well. So say you want to get rid of that, all you have to do is go to data bars, then you have XP, artifact, reputation, honor. So if you want to get rid of it, you just enable it, and that's all there is to that. So you can customize it, you can width, height, the way it looks. And then the next thing I'm going to go do is go to unit frames, and this is something I always do for myself, is class color override on the player frame. Class color override, it's on use default, so it's just kind of this gray. And what we're going to do is go to unit frames, player frames. We're going to go to class override force on. So when you're in a group, you can see, easily what class everybody is just by looking at their color. I like having that. It makes my life a little bit easier for some strange reason. So the next thing I like to do is, you're going to see this little gap in between the edge of your screen and where they put things. There's a little bit of a gap. I don't like that, so you can just nudge it on over. I do that for the chat down here as well. And then there, and and I also do this. The objectives bar is always like just hanging out in the middle of nowhere. So I like to move that right up nice and close to the mini map up there. So then if you look, you have a nice clean UI interface. You could go quest with very minimal amount of stuff on your screen, but the pertinent stuff that you need to know. And one thing I want to say, which is really great, is that the cooldowns and the cooldowns, buffs, and debuffs that are above either your enemy or you, those things are built in. So where I have them right now, we've done nothing, and they're going to pop up. If I pop a cooldown, say Metamorphosis, you see it's right up there. That's just built in. That's just the default ElvUI right there. So you see that I have the cooldown right there. You don't have to do anything to manage that. It's already set up the way it is. So you can customize it more. I don't touch it. I like it just the way it comes default. So that is basically how I have my interface. You remove the right chat. You move things over a little bit. You bring the player panels up, you fix the action bars, and then the one last thing I want to tell you about is if you go to profiles, so say this was my main, and I set all this up, it's great, it looks good, I'm happy with it, but then you log into your alt with ElvUI on. Now, if you log into your alt, it's going to be the default UI again, which could be really annoying, but what we're going to do is we're going to go to profiles. And so we're on Eternal Fires on Terracar. So we're going to go to Eternals and just click that. And that is the UI that I have set up on my main character. So if you just have the base default UI on the character, the alt that you're on or whatever, you can go to the character you already have it set up on, the nice clean interface that you like, and you can just simply carry the profile from that character over to this one. And there you go. You have basically the same setup. So that is how you just easily switch to, once you have it and you're happy with it, you don't have to rebuild it on every character you have. You can just select the one that the characters that you've done's profile. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. There's so much you can do with ElvUI. I really didn't go into, any of it, but a lot of people ask me what my add-ons were and what my interface was, and that is really it, guys. It's ElvUI. It has built-in stuff that you don't have to mess with if you don't want to. You can, but you don't have to. And that's the UI I use for making my videos and for playing the game. So I hope you found this helpful. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.